Today we are driving to the Golan Heights, way in the north. We're at Mount Bental, a dormant volcano, at an elevation of about 1,170 meters above sea level. From here, you have a beautiful view of the valley below, and because it's a clear day and not a foggy one, we can see Mount Hermon and the Israeli-Syrian border in the distance. Here, we have a metal sculpture garden by a Dutch artist, and the highest restaurant in Israel, a cafe called Coffee Anan, which means coffee in the cloud. Their hot drinks and baked treats sure are nice after being out in this wind. And there are the remnants of old army bunkers and trenches here at the summit. After all, Israel has had to fight many times to keep these lands. I'm inside the leftover bits of the bunker right now. It's so windy up here that this is the only place that I can be where I'm not being blown around. And it's very quiet, and you can see the sky above you. It's a very unique place. This is the ancestral land of the half-tribe of Manasseh. In the Bible, it is called Bashan. And in Deuteronomy 4:43, we know that there was a city of refuge here. Even then, the region was often under attack from its neighbors. A famous battle during the Yom Kippur War of 1973 happened right down below. This valley, now covered in agricultural fields and a wind farm, is also known as the Valley of Tears. The Syrians had held the Golan since 1948 and used it as a military stronghold to terrorize Israeli towns and farms in the area. That year, they attacked with 1,500 tanks and 1,000 artillery pieces. The Israelis only had 160 tanks. You don't have to be good at math to know that the odds were not in their favor. But then a miracle happened. Slowly, the Israelis gained ground, even as both sides suffered heavy casualties. By the time the smoke cleared, the Israelis only had 7 operational tanks left, but the Syrians had miraculously fled after losing 900 tanks, leaving this ground to a battle-weary but victorious Israel, who remain ever vigilant today about their northern border. It reminds me of the Bible stories we read, where God fought for and alongside his people. Specifically, this made me think of Judges chapter 7, where God uses Gideon and a mere 300 men to defeat the Midianites and their allies. A group so numerous, the Bible describes it as being as thick as locusts and with more camels than the sand on the shore. From a human perspective, that's a bad situation, no matter how you look at it. And in life, we may find ourselves in a similar place, outnumbered and overwhelmed, where things look impossible. It's easy to get discouraged and to lose focus when we look at things through earthly eyes. But when you walk with God and in His Word and look at things from His heavenly, eternal perspective, what you see changes. Situations, people, even yourself. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans chapter 8 tells us. We have spoken many times about the cost in following Yeshua and of choosing God's will in a world that often goes the opposite way. About what it means to take up your cross. But it is also good to remember the blessing and the joy that comes through the struggle. From running that race and keeping the faith until the end, as the Apostle Paul says. Because you are not alone. The God of Israel, holy and awesome, who made you, knows you and loves you, is with you, and the impossible is nothing to him. So fix your eyes on him, our Redeemer and Savior. The victory is already his.